Right, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Yasamba BM Yasamba. Just a couple of hours ago, we are back into the conversation here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, and there is a lot I see remunerating coming out. Of course, it is your best channel in terms of analysis and the most consistent Dibia Yeri analysis neighbor or how Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Obviously, we want to say we are grateful. Say what click on the link to the video know about us and you enjoy some analysis here, because over here we give you the best and it's consistent across all clubs, including money in common now for the in terms of what happened. Of course, unsubscribe to the channel now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, not turn your notification. Make sure so notification turn no choose all. Send anytime your content drop your first person on Sabeka all the updates because of course now saying transfer window no ending updates in the basa and once it comes the conversation bro I say on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Where do we start from? FC Barcelona and the contract extension for Brentford friend Pedri Gonzalez very important for Barcelona. And 2 days ago, after some bar against Atalanta match, Pedri and any agents and any entourage Barcelona offers to sign a contract extension. I mean, the extension takes them to about 2030, and our Brentford friend Pedri Gonzalez is going to be an FC Barcelona player for. And I've said several times, Pedri is probably the most important player to team of FC Barcelona, maybe away from Lamine Yamal. Lamine essentially has the decision-making ability in the final third, and once football is essentially his currency, about goals, any assists, any money there, you call Lamine Yamal the most important player our team and friend in Barcelona, but you cannot take anything away from our brand friend Pedri Gonzalez and how good he is going to be. And then on any entourage, we're able to extend the contract over there to 2030 in there. And that's a very good one. In front of Sport, almost let the magic stay. Quick Saga La Magia over there. That was in front of Sport from team my friend FC Barcelona. Of course, Pedri is seen as a magician our Barcelona team. And I've said this several times. Play with team first phase play, second phase play, third phase, and then the final third play. You know how important our brand friend Pedri Gonzalez. What we are hearing is my brand friend Gavi wants to get his contract extension. All of those Lamin, the Masia boys, Pau Kobasi, Pedri, Gavi, all of those guys. I think that they are going to get their contract extension over there. And Barcelona are very important. MRFP said that happened after Sabrante from the Ronaldo Araujo and so extending the contract to 2030. And it means that Barcelona are trying to keep everybody that matters to them. Pedri Benya improved salary over there, and they say Gavi Benya improved salary over there. And that's something that is very important to start players in terms of what they bring to the team and how important that they have been over the Pedri. I'm enjoying football again. I hadn't felt like this in a while. Beautiful things are coming for Barcelona fans. I'm happy to be here. I want to be here most, where I want to be most. And reality is exceeding my dreams. Now it's time to keep enjoying it. I'm talking about the facts of Barcelona. In 2019, Ramon plans pushed Pedri's signing, of course, Rebecca Pedri on Fiifi-Manfred. He was bought as a 16-year-old boy from, I think, Celta de Vigo or Las Palmas, one of them, and a Barca for 16 years. And Ramon plans pushing for the purchase of Brentford, your friend of Pedri Gonzalez. It was very important at the time. They felt that was, in fact, almost at the time at Las Palmas, thereabout, Pedri's physicality never formed. So the old owners not felt so okay, he won't be too important going into the future. And a Barca for them. Ramon plans a pushy someone for Brentford, your friend Pedri Gonzalez and Brown team him, and they were able to bring him in at a 16-year-old. At the time, his gamble paid off with Pedri's rise to stardom and transfer totaling 27 million from Las Palmas. Exactly what that. There was some Las Palmas on him and Pedri a free on him. And now he signed a contract extension. We are hearing say Barcelona will do some more contract extensions over there for themselves. Pedri, I have to repay Barca's trust on me on the pitch. Most importantly, to give my best and to win titles over there. And now, in the peekaboo celebration, after he signed that contract for team and friend FC Barcelona, and it's a great one to Abrantia friend of Pedri Gonzalez and what he brings to the team FC Barcelona and how good that things have been. Congratulations to Pedri. We hear say Gavi and Sebastian signing the contract extension. We are hearing say Abrantia friend Lamine Yamal same contract extension. All of them will have the 1 billion clause. Release clause now that will contract him. If you want them, then it's €1 billion for either Pedri, Gavi, or all of those sparkling boys for team and friend FC Barcelona over there. Very, very important players over there. Players are all making sure that everything is going to go on well for their sake. It's a very, very important one for Abrantia friend Pedri Gonzalez on the part of Real Madrid. Of course, in the last few days has been good. Abrantia friend Rodrigo Goes now Saudi Arabia for one to Mathys. So, and yesterday I was telling people, maybe I'm born, and I said, my kind several times said, see, there was this meeting between Madrid for any Saudis for about Rodrigo Goes. The Madristas were straight up with the Saudis and they told them, said, the meeting just ended, I think, about 2 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna catch the Saudis for it, so it won't happen. It won't happen. I'm going to turn Rodrigo Goes mom. And see, Rodrigo is very, very important. Hugely underrated as a goal scoring winger. Only a few are better than a brighter friend Rodrigo Goes. And the last few games has proven, in the absence of Vinicius Jr., where some Madrid needed to get some inspiration also from out wide still, it came from Rodrigo Goes. Yes, you give credit and plaudit to Mbappe and Jude Bellingham, but really he stood up and he has been doing this for consistent time. Madrid for he said, this is a young man, or you're very, very faithful to them. Saudi for an echo meeting him on the 300 million euros fee and a command Real Madrid. Madrid said derby. Madrid say derby. Says kind of Rodrigo Goes. No, so remember a branch of Rodrigo Goes 140 million euros annually in terms of salary to Rodrigo. Still a branch of Rodrigo Goes turned down that offer from the Saudis over there. Literally saying say, oh yeah, very, very important to Madrid. And in front of Barca, Saudi Arabia wants to replace Neymar with Rodrigo, but he wants to stay at Real Madrid over there. It's very important in terms of the goals and assists. Rodrigo at the team of FC Real Madrid. It's important that they keep him over there. Despite interest from Saudi, Rodrigo is fully committed to Real Madrid and he wants to stay in there. And I think it's well deserved. He has to stay there because at Madrid, I think that he's yet to even get to the levels where people revere him and see him in the light of some of those big names. But seriously, Rodrigo Goes is one of the top players that you can ever get in terms of players. Also, in terms of transfers now, there is breaking in terms of Chelsea and then Matias and what has happened in the last few hours. But one thing that I didn't expect, and I don't know if it means that a branch friend of Victor Osimhen can now join from Galatasaray to Chelsea this summer. Now, the news is simple. In the last few hours, Abrantia, your friend of Thiago Alvaro Morata, the coach of AC Milan, the new one, Francesco Conceição, Sergio Conceição, it's not even come on. Now, in that conversation, it was simple. Sergio Conceição doesn't really see Abrantia friend Alvaro Morata as the number one center forward on the team in him. Now, he was clear to Alvaro Morata, say he will get less playing time. And Alvaro Morata and any agents have pushed for deals somewhere because Alvaro Morata wants to go to the World Cup in 2026 for Spain for and we're finding Galatasaray for them. Already, Galatasaray for Mauro Icardi, Lorenzo Insigne, Abrantia Victor Osimhen. Last summer, Coco joining and the deal was supposed to be out to January, and then later in the summer, somewhere extending, and you'll see where he can go. But I have a feeling, say Abrantia friend Alvaro Morata, Air Cup AC Milano, it is probably going to trigger Chelsea to go and ask questions about Abrantia, your friend, Abrantia friend Victor Osimhen, if he can move to Chelsea Football Club. MRF, so Chelsea's number one quest in this transfer window, a center forward that ultimately link here play like Abrantia friend Nicolas Jackson, and also the same guy who can convert and get a goals, a most important thing. And so in the meeting between Enzo Maresca and the sporting directors at Chelsea, one thing was clear. Enzo Maresca catcher almost said when he goes into the field of player, finishing ain't a big deal for them. Sporting directors now replying and say they don't have the profile of centre forwards now. Almost open for Chelsea Football Club, as it stands now, readily available on the market. Inti almost now. And Kanyan to Basia Momo, Nanka Omo to Tony Makakra, then there's somebody can get him. But this looks like an opportunity that can raise up for Chelsea, and maybe it will trigger Chelsea for to ask questions about Abrantia and Alvaro Morata on the other side. Santiago Jimenez, agent Rafaela Pimenta, new contract to final today, presenting formal and proposal to AC Milan. Alvaro Morata on the verge of joining Galatasaray as exclusively revealed, and Milan are pushing again for Jimenez with player key on the move. Of course, once Jimenez is going the other way, then it means that Abrantia, your friend Alvaro Morata, will be going to team up your friend Galatasaray, and that may lead an open way to Abrantia, your friend Victor Osimhen. Say Obetini and moving away from Galatasaray and possibly getting a move to Chelsea Football Club in that regard. Then we'll see how things will turn out in that regard. Obviously, still staying in and around Chelsea, conversation, and Chelsea were in advanced talks in terms of players or more free club Nimaco, and one of them is David Washington, or in the under 23 South American Cup, and on the Brazil, on the Ecuador shy, and of course there was Kendi Paye also in that team. Cesar Casade and Torino opponents may radio on the last week for them, but Benano Pay. What I'm hearing, they say team up. Your friend FC Porto. I've also asked questions about Cesar Casade and how he can move from Chelsea to go and play for Tima. Your friend FC Porto and Chelsea for are looking for options, very good ones at that, to make sure say players they can let them go and then get some good monies for them. Now the big one, Matias still, and now we heard say Matias still decided so we could and any parents and the family didn't come on. And then Como was essentially about the future. Matias still wanted to see if clubs with Chelsea can give him certain level of assurance in terms of whether he was going to stay at Chelsea, whether he was going to go to Chelsea, or go to Tottenham Hotspur or Arsenal. In fact, two clubs are no person of assurances of game time and minutes from Chelsea and Arsenal. Now, when Matias still went to these two clubs and had conversations with them, what happened was that Matias still, just when he was in that meeting with his family, what happened, they said, team my friend in Tottenham Hotspur sent a 60 million euro offer to FC Bayern Munich. Tottenham prepared to invest on Matias still on the permanent transfer as reported. Spurs informed Bayern that they are ready for 60 million as L'Equipe reported. Tel and his agent are taking their time in the decision making amid several clubs over there. Like I did mention, he had conversations with his parents, and their parents look at you and say, whichever decision that will make sense for him, but he asked a lot of questions about it. He wanted to know if it was right for him to join any of the clubs, and now say he should take the risk and then go to Chelsea Football Club, or what should he have to do over there. It's a really important conversation for Matias Del. But again, in my opinion, I don't think Matias Del is a 60 million player. Yes, Chelsea need players. Chelsea need goal scorers from the wing. And I just spoke about Rodrigo Goes and the importance of getting goals for Real Madrid on the wing. But really, 60 million for a branch of friend Matias Del seems like too much of money for a player of that caliber. Of course, Matias is a very good player, just 19 years of age. Paying 60 million for him is a little bit outrageous for me, and I don't know how that is going to pan out in terms of Matias Del. But like we all know, the boy wants to take a stand because of playing time at Chelsea. See, and I've seen most of you on mobile comment section, you must say you are tired of the Chelsea board. Me, I don't agree with searching chance that Chelsea got to play in January. Honestly speaking, I don't agree. I think that the January transfer window, it's not the best time to buy players. It's always in a rush. It's always stopgap. And all of those times, my kind of several times, Chelsea got on Malang, Samo, any other Adina were all done in January under the old regime. I think that these people, sporting directors, Win Stanley, and it was need to be patient, kakra, and then look at opportunities that they can get in the summer, and then look at those players. My only worry is that Romeo Lavia injury, Hami Bebre, and especially since Chelsea are also selling Cesar Casade, because if Moises Caicedo Supra, then it's a big problem. Chelsea are looking at Brighton for DM my friend Carlos Baleba as backup to Moises Caicedo in the summer. And Baleba is a top player. Chelsea and Baleba and Caicedo. That's going to be a huge double pivot to play, especially in games that are going to be transitional, where you want to sit back and catch teams on the break. It's going to be a huge weapon to have for a manager bit saying Maresca. These are things that they are looking at for the summer. As it stands now, I'm a little bit coy when it comes to Chelsea into player this January and all of the conversations around it. But of course, we're waiting to see. Matias still is somebody that I would like so joining Chelsea, because I think they're a very, very good player. But somebody with that athletic effects and the striker's instincts in and around the box area, he's important. And that's the reason why Obita Rodrigo Goes stands out at FC Real Madrid. Odru box Nima, it's about the decision making. And yesterday again, I said it. When you look at Obita, Noni Madueke gets the ball into his dangerous zones, but his final ball is constantly questionable. But then again, you know say he's going to go. And you look at this guy and compare him with Matias, that will get into the box, and the decision making is one of the best that you can get. Even Mihailo Modric, the decision making in the box was questionable. And this is where you get is where Obi very good decision making in the box in Matias Teodia. Then Chelsea maybe should put money on the line and do the deal for our brand friend Matias Teodia. Now, Monchi, I don't know if you remember Monchi, former sporting director, Valencia's former sporting director, Sevilla's former sporting director, Roma, and currently sporting director of Tima, the friend of Aston Villa. Monchi and a broker that deal, to take our brand friend John Duran and then win that offer from team my friend Bayer Leverkusen. Now, Sobeka, it was a deal where Bayer Leverkusen wanted either of our brand your friend of Victor Boniface or our brand your friend of John Duran. Now, Monchi was able to present a very good package. Now, Villa had issues with the temperament of John Duran. It's something that they have been dealing with for a very, very long time. Now, when they sorted that issue over there, they knew that sooner or later they had to let the young man go. He's just 21 years of age. With free South America, Cocobo America, about English Premier League, about in the Champions League, and straight all before 25 years, or Cocobo in the Saudi Pro League. So it's a huge experience from him. But Villa wanted to sell him. Monchi brokered the deal and got that 80 million from Tima, your friend of Aston Villa over there. Of course, Villa sporting director Monchi spoke about Abrante and João Felix. But a significant portion of the Duran revenue will go into that. I mean, reinvesting for another player. Then there are names. One of them is João. Emery likes him because in the three markets I've been in, fourth this one, he has always been popular and has been a small project of Emery's desire, but complicated. I don't know if we'll be able to be there. He is a player with a lot of quality, and Emery, in his history as a coach, has been able to recover players who have considered lost and trust in João's talent over there for him. And that's how we'll see how things will go. We'll see how things will go. It is going to go between team my friend Aston Villa over there. Yesterday I did say John Duran, that is what's going to happen. They are going to come in and then try and make sure somebody invests kind of in a brand new friend João Felix. But given the time frame, given how much time for the January transfer window to end, I don't know if that can be done in terms of getting a brand new friend João Felix. Maybe they'll revisit it in the summer and try and see if we'll get a brand new friend João Felix because he is an important player to team up your friend Chelsea, and Chelsea fans baby, you don't think that Chelsea should stop to sell him over the Tottenham representative office now. The big issue is that I don't think Matias still would want to go to Tottenham Hotspur given the state that it is in, and that's why he's dragging his feet in terms of decision making. I think Tel knows that yes, Spurs want him, but he would want a much more stable club. And again, it's not Manchester United. That's why Chelsea are still in the conversation. Because if it's really about a game time and how Canada, then maybe we're making a decision already. He will go there. Problems that Spurs have raised the bar in terms of the amount of money that they've told Bayern when it's focused on the moment. If any other person comes, they will ask for some more money for a player of that quality. Chelsea would have to be a little bit careful in managing the Matias style conversation and getting what they want from the specific players. This weekend, their English Premier League matches are because the big one is going to be Liverpool versus Team, your friend in Bournemouth, and a slot Liverpool for manager in the last few hours has been talking about more some transfers, and also almost prepare for transfers in the summer. And for him, that will set the tone when it comes to getting players and then winning every competition that they are in. And that's what Anslot Eka in the last few hours about transfers and what they want to do and the plans for the summer and players obviously Makacho said once Edward came back, Ian Gray and Mobile back essentially at Liverpool, it's about using data and the eye test to arrive at conclusions of players on club and that's exactly what they are doing in terms of transfers over there. But this weekend, I'm over against team, they're playing AFC Bournemouth, and then it's a game where it's going to be huge because it's top of the table clash. Bournemouth for now have been unbeaten for a very long time, and Liverpool for now have also been very, very good throughout the season. Of course, top of the English Premier League as it stands now. Chelsea player Ben Chilwell still only any offer for any club. It's been Matt and still Benjamin Chilwell and Kobe are still or that Chelsea for also, and it's worry for them. For Chelsea for us still Omunya any club for Abrantia, your friend of Benjamin Chilwell over there. Then we'll see how things will go on there for them. But we'll wait to see how things will go on. We'll wait to see how things will go on with Benjamin Chilwell in the last few hours till the season, till the transfer window ends. Cole Palmer has been discussed by Chelsea legend David Luiz. I say Cole, like Eden, is on another level. He's a world-class player. He took a tough decision to leave City, and it was the right one for him. Everybody can now see such an amazing player that he is. I'm enjoying him seeing him play. He's intelligent, and intelligent players are difficult to defend. I would have played in 2012, 2017 Chelsea teams for world-class players. Always a place for him in terms of Cole Palmer and what he does. That's Chelsea legend, our friend Cole Palmer, and I hold this uncommon now. Wait to see how things pan out over there for him. Of course, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing us. We'll be back now.